Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the open road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the open road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. What's poppin', everybody? I am Brandon, also known as Father Clef, and I am going to WrestleMania.
It's a new day, yes it is.
But before we get to that, as always, it is a brand new week, which means brand new comic books. Let's see what I got. Up first, we have Justice League number 21. Justice League number 20, we saw the team venture off into a different dimensional future type thing where the Justice League, that version of the Justice League had solved all of crime. And of course, not everything is as it should be. Not everything is as it seems. There's some weird shit going on. Superman is locked off into a place where he has no sunlight, which means he can't power up. And it seems like Batman is the only one who's suspicious about everything going on. Especially with that version of Superman, this future version of Superman. He's up to something. His design is really cool, but check that out in Justice League number 21. Moving on, I admittedly have not been keeping up with the Thor comic books. I've been peeking in every now and then to see what's going on, but as far as I'm told, Jason Aaron, the writer, has written a very, very, very awesome version of Thor, and today kicks off another big Marvel event known as the War of the Realms. Everyone is in this book, like literally everyone is in this shit. Like Blade is in here somewhere. Blade, Luke Cage, the Punisher. What's going on is Malekith has taken down the other realms, the other realms like Jotunheim, all those cool Heim places. He has invaded and successfully taken them over, except for Midgard, which is where us humans would be, and is where Thor is. Now it's up to Thor and the entirety of the Avengers to fight back. We'll see what happens in War of the Realms number 1. And to round out everything that I did pick up today, I picked up Young Justice number 4. Within the last issue, we got to see the return of the classic Superboy. And apparently Superboy's been, you know, he got a baby and a wife, and Superboy been Superboy. And I also picked up Deathstroke number 42. This is part 2 of the Terminus story arc where it's Deathstroke versus the Teen Titans. Check that out. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, I am finally going to WrestleMania. I'm also going to NXT TakeOver this weekend, so that should be lit as well. But WrestleMania 35 is my first time ever going to a WrestleMania. I've been to pay-per-views before. I've been to an NXT TakeOver before. I am really excited. I'm really excited to go. It's going to be really awesome. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at the WrestleMania 35 card, and let's do a little speculation, shall we? Cool, right? Okay, this is a very packed out card, so I'm not gonna go through all of the matches because a lot of these I unfortunately don't care about. But let's get into it. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus Ricochet, and now it's the Black versus the Bar versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev in a fatal 4-way tag team match. If the Usos don't win this, it's definitely going to be Ricochet and Aleister Black. They've been on a fucking tear for the last 2 months. If the Usos don't retain, it's a very stupid thing to not give it to Ricochet and Black. Moving on, Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. Now that's a kickoff match. Do not sleep on these Cruiserweight kickoff matches. Cruiserweight, especially like if you go back and watch the Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali, their little feud thingy, nothing but top tier wrestling. Awesome shit, awesome cruiserweight shit, high flying motherfuckers jumping off of shit, doing backflips and twirls in the air. That should be a very awesome match. Next, we have Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin in Kurt Angle's farewell retirement match. There's no way they're giving this honor to Baron Corbin. Like John Cena's gonna show up, right? Like John Cena, and there's no shade. There's no shade to Baron Corbin, but you're not going to give that to John Cena? You're not gonna get Johnson. I'm calling it. John Cena's gonna come out. He's gonna beat the crap out of Baron Corbin and be like, let's do this. Ruthless aggression. Thugonomics. Next, we have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. I should care about that, but I don't. United States Champion Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Who's that jumping out the sky? I see Samoa Joe retaining. Mainly because Samoa Joe as a unstoppable heel is money. Like, he talks that shit and he beats the shit out of everybody. So I see Samoa Joe taking that. The women's tag team champions Bayley and Sasha versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus the Iconics versus Nia Jax and Tamina in a fatal 4-way match. I wish this wasn't a fatal 4-way, but I am glad to see that the women's tag team division is taken off. So bravo to them. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I haven't been paying attention to this feud, but I'm glad Roman Reigns is back. He beat cancer. My money's on Roman. Give Roman's going over. Shane McMahon versus The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, last night on SmackDown, at first hearing about this match, I was like, Shane McMahon's going to jump off the roof again and blah, blah, blah. But yesterday, The Miz had a match, a Falls Count match anywhere against Eric Young, and that was pretty good. Like, The Miz was pretty legit in that match. So I feel like that's going to be really awesome. Of course, once again, Shane McMahon is probably going to jump off the roof, so that's always a good time. Triple H versus Batista. Give me what I want. In a no-holds-barred match, if Batista wins, Triple H retires from all in-ring competition. I feel like Batista is going to win that. I feel like this would be like a great send-off for Triple H to transition completely over into his suit shit. And then on top of that, with Batista winning, it doesn't make it because Batista's probably gonna go back to doing movies and stuff. But yeah, I see Batista taking that. Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. I'm here to see Seth Rollins be Seth Rollins. The WWE Champion, the new Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Who do I think is gonna win this?
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
You already know what it is. It's time. It's time for Kofi Kingston to get his shine. It's time for Kofi Kingston to be our brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's gonna be if he wins, I might shed a tear. I might cry. No bullshit. I might cry. Because Kofi Kingston's story is it's so fucking awesome. Like, he really, Kofi Kingston, please Kofi King. I hope Team Kofi. I'm babbling, but like, yo, that's how much I want Kofi Kingston to win this title. It's gonna be great. And the only sad thing, the only thing I'm truly afraid of is Kofi winning and them finding some way to break the New Day up. I will be so upset. I will be heartbroken. I will be that guy. Remember when Seth Rollins first turned on the Shield? And as he was swinging the chair at Roman, you heard a guy in the crowd scream, "No!" That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me if they do a heel turn for Woods and E and turn them on kill Kofi Kingston somehow. Oh, if they break up anyway, that's gonna be me in the crowd screaming no. But Kofi Kingston, New Day all day, power of positivity, was go. And last, for the first time ever, they are making history with this. The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus the SmackDown Women's Champion in Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch in a winner-take-all match. The person who wins this match becomes champion of both brands. They're probably obviously going to unite both titles again, which I think would be very, very awesome. It'll make whoever the women's champion is, it'll book them in a very strong manner. Beginning of this feud, I wanted Becky Lynch to take this. I still want Becky Lynch to. You know what? I want either Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. No, it's not that I don't like Ronda Rousey. It's just that she's not that great on the mic. But I will say, her aggressiveness is really, really awesome, and that showed on Monday Night Raw this past week. Was that Raw? Yeah, that was Raw, when they all had like this big ass fight and all of them were handcuffed and they were just throwing kicks at each other and shit. They were kicking police and shit. Like, the shit was fucking awesome. But that's everything I have for today's episode of New Comic Books with your boy Father Clef. As you can tell, I am very excited for this weekend, WrestleMania 35 plus NXT TakeOver. Do you watch wrestling like I do? Let me know who do you see taking these matches? My money's on Kofi Kingston 100%. Let me know there in the comment section below. Also, what comic books did you pick up today? What are you feeling? What are you not feeling? Let me know down below in the comment section down below. I said below a lot of times. Also, if you didn't cop anything, well, I hope you get into these things somehow, because they're really, really awesome. It's a bunch of comic books. Wrestling is really, really awesome. Wrestling is great, guys. Get into it. It's awesome. I am Brandon, also known as Father Clef. Peace. Got the horses in the bag. Riding on a horse.